Hello, everybody. Welcome to One Drink, a podcast where we talk about one topic for one drink. I'm Oliver.
I'm Matthew.
And today on our history show, we are featuring July 19th to July 25th as well, of course. It's two Medal of Honor stories.
Yep. And you know how people always dread Mondays?
Yeah.
You know, they're like, oh, it's Monday.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to change that for people. You're going to click on our show every Monday. It's going to uplift you.
Yep.
It's going to make you laugh. And it's just a good way to start the week out.
Yep.
So instead of dreading Mondays, now people can look forward to Mondays.
Yep. I watch us every Monday.
And be like, hey, I'm about to learn some crazy stuff.
Yep.
From one drink. I'm going to sit back, relax, have a drink of your choice.
Yep. And learn something new.
Yeah. And then your Mondays are, they start out good.
Yeah.
Start your week off.
Or you can watch it at the end of a long, dreary Monday and decompress.
Yeah.
I like it.
So it's perfect.
I love it.
We're changing the narrative to Mondays.
I love it.
So, just like this. July 21st, 1987. So it's a little more recent.
Yeah.
But
It's 3 days after I was born. 4 days after I was born.
after you were born.
Yeah.
Wow, so this. Guns N' Roses debuts album Appetite for Destruction.
All right.
Do you like Guns N' Roses? Like
Not
something?
really.
No? Not a fan?
I mean, I don't dislike them.
Right.
But
Just
I,
not your...
if I never heard one of their songs again, I wouldn't.
You'd be fine.
Right.
Okay. So I like them. One of my, I just know all their songs. I just jam out to them because I'm young. I'm older.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
God damn it. And it becomes the best-selling debut album of all time with 30 million copies sold.
Holy shit. Best debut album of all time.
Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
30 million.
So you're just like everybody else.
I am one of those 30 million. My mom, my brother, all my friends. I mean...
Yep. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do like them.
Yeah.
I'm just,
Yep. So those are what... I just went and seen a Guns N' Roses cover band.
Oh, nice. Were they good?
Yeah, they were actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So,
cover bands are one of those things, man. It's like either it was good or
bad. So I was nervous going.
And the bad ones are bad.
I've seen a few of those.
Bad.
But this guy, he didn't overdo it. Like Axl Rose has a unique voice.
Yep.
He just did it his way, and it was perfect. It wasn't too much. But he also does, they also do AC/DC.
Ooh, see, now we're talking my language. So
I
love AC/DC.
Yeah, so does my mom. So he sounds like that singer.
Okay. Brian Johnson.
Yeah. But he does both so good.
Nice. That's super cool.
And they put on a great show, and I'm telling, I know all the AC/DC songs. See, I'm not a fan of AC/DC.
Oh, I love AC/DC.
Yeah.
That's my
But
band.
my mom.
That's my classic rock band. For sure.
Is that?
Oh, yeah.
My mom loves it. I told my mom, I was like, next time she has to go see these guys. She'll be in heaven.
Hell yeah. All right, so I'm going to take us to July 22nd, 1934. Bank robber John Dillinger, at 32 years old, was shot and killed by FBI agents as he left Chicago's Biograph movie theater after watching the film Manhattan Melodrama starring Clark Gable. Dillinger was the first criminal labeled by the FBI as public enemy number 1. After spending 9 years in prison, Dillinger went on a deadly crime spree, traveling through the states of Indiana, Illinois, Ohio, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa.
Wow.
He was reportedly betrayed by the Lady in Red.
Oh. He was a badass.
He was the badass, bro. I love old gangsters and old mobsters and, you know what I mean? Like, learning about all those guys from back in the day and, you know what I mean? Babyface Nelson and just all these guys that were just, screw the system.
Crazy.
I'm going to do what I want. I mean, they all either died or ratted, so, you know, whatever. But...
to hear about it.
Oh, man.
It's
so cool.
I just like that name.
John Dillinger?
Dillinger.
Dude, that this guy was meant to... that name was meant to be spoken for a very long time. You know what I mean?
To this day.
Yeah. And the movie that Johnny Depp did, I think it was called Public Enemy Number 1.
Okay.
He played John Dillinger.
Did he?
Yeah, and he did a phenomenal
It's a good
job.
movie?
Yeah, it was a great
I gotta
movie.
check that out.
Yeah.
I like those kind of movies as well.
It was so good. I'm pretty sure it was called Public Enemy Number 1.
Yeah.
Maybe it was called Dillinger. I don't know. But anyways, he did a great job.
Born to be a badass if you had the last name Dillinger. That's just how it is.
Done. Yep.
Do you know any? I've never met anyone
Me neither.
here in the locally or just anybody in general.
I never met a Dillinger.
But say you meet him, right?
I'm gonna be like, are you related to John Dillinger?
Right away, and then you're just...
First question.
That's what I was thinking.
And
Are you related? You
know
have to be.
You know how annoyed that guy probably is? Because he's probably not.
I know.
And he's probably like, no, dude. But let me tell you something. If my last name was Dillinger,
You're gonna say exactly what I'm about to say.
and somebody asked me, I'd be like, you're goddamn right. That was my great grandfather.
I was thinking the same thing. And you just go on with some crazy stories.
You know, you're at the bar. Blah, blah. Can I sign my tab, please? Sure. What's your name? Dillinger.
Yeah.
Hey, are you related to John Dillinger? You're goddamn right.
I would do the same thing. Oh, God, that's great.
Yep. 100%.
Whew. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so July 20th, 1917. We do a lot of Medal of Honor. We do a lot of history stuff.
Yes.
It's just fun and great. World War I draft lottery held. Oof. That would have been so just, ugh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Number 258 is first drawn. The drawing would last into the early hours of the following morning. In its first drawing, 10,500 numbers were drawn. That's crazy. I am so glad they don't have this draft lottery.
Yeah, but they still can.
Yo, yeah.
If need be.
If need be.
Yeah.
But, I mean, God.
Yeah. That would be, I mean, I would do it. I would go. You know what I mean? My number gets called.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in.
You'd
I mean,
have
fortunately for us, we're too old now.
Whew, thank
But,
God.
You know,
the one perk of...
But you don't look like you're 40-something, so they'd probably be like, oh, you're lying about your birthday.
They wouldn't believe
so
me.
You're in.
I'll be like, wait, what?
Right.
I'll be like, come on. They're like, no, you're going.
No, you're going. You made the cut. No, I got a show to film on.
Right. You are now 22.
All right, saddle up, bitch.
Yeah.
It's time to go.
I swear I'm...
A little bit of legs.
You gotta catch me first.
I'm going to take us to July 24th, 1943. During World War II in Europe, the Royal Air Force conducted Operation Gomorrah, raiding Hamburg while tossing bales of aluminum foil strips overboard. Okay, so the Allies, led by the Royal Air Force, was raiding Hamburg, right, in World War II. And what they decided to do was to toss these massive bales of aluminum into the ocean.
Go figure.
Now, the point of this was of these aluminum strips was to overload the German radar screens. Because they would reflect back and
Smart.
the Germans would get a false reading on their radar, right? So they threw just a ton of these things into the water, right? So the German radar was all screwed. Can you imagine if your thing on the radar comes up and there's just hundreds of little green dots, and you're like, oh shit, fire,
Right.
You're not hitting shit.
They don't know what to do.
So, in the blizzard of false echoes, a total of 791 Allied bombers took off towards Hamburg in this air raid. Only 12 were shot down.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So they had to cross the entire English Channel, which is 22 some odd miles to go across the water to get back to land again. And they threw only 12 planes.
That's pretty good.
Were lost. Dude.
That's amazing, actually.
That's wicked.
What a good decoy.
Oh, man. Great decoy.
It's funny, too, when you said
terrible for the ocean.
Yeah.
You know.
That damn ocean, man.
Right. We're fucking ourselves, man.
We learn. If there's one thing we know, this damn ocean, it's been getting beat up for a while now.
Yeah.
And it's not getting any better.
Nope. That is definitely a topic for another show, though. Because we could go down that rabbit hole real quick.
We could do an ocean podcast, and it would just never, ever get old.
Yeah, would also never be positive either.
It wouldn't.
Be the most negative podcast ever.
Skip.
Right. Next.
So this one I found pretty amazing.
Okay.
1929, July 21st.
Okay.
1929.
At least you got the day this time.
Yeah, right? New York to San Francisco foot race ends 2.5 months.
Was it the day or the year that you forgot?
I don't know.
I think it was the day. I think you just said like May.
Yeah. Well, no, I was just like 1921. Oh wait.
What day? Right. You just guessed, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So there was a foot race. It ended in 2.5 months from New York to San Francisco.
That's too far.
I mean,
That's too far.
Ridiculous.
It's too far. It's too far. It's too many days running in a row. It's too many.
It's too many. 2 months.
It's 75 days.
Just like this.
No.
It's like Forrest Gump.
No.
Like you're just
Yeah.
you're
No.
running and running and
No.
running.
No way.
So the most I've ever run, not a lot. I don't really run. We'll just put it.
I
Like
made
that.
21.2 miles once.
Oh yeah, you did do the marathon.
Yeah. Well, failed.
Well,
Yeah. I started one.
Still attempted.
Well. Yeah.
It's better than most.
Yeah. Sucked. It's the worst day of my life.
So you have an idea.
No, because I ran for 5 hours. These guys are running for 2.5 months. You can go screw yourself on that. I'm not running that far. There's no way. There's no way. How many people finished? 1?
3. No, there was like a top 10. So like 10 people out of, I believe, because
Would they come in to cross on scooters?
well, you would
Or ambulances?
you would win at the time. I think like maybe $50,000.
Okay.
So a bunch of people that were poor
Right.
would sign up for this.
Yeah.
You know, so there was
50 grand back then too. That's
for a race, yeah.
in 1929.
And you deserve it if you finish that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So basically, a lot of poor people would do this
Right.
to try to,
Yeah.
But then there were athletes and there was all sorts of people that joined. But
I mean, that's right at the start of the Great Depression too.
yeah. So there was I think like 10 to 20 had completed the race.
God damn.
But only the only.
I wonder if there was like one guy that was like still in Colorado, like when the other people finished.
Oh right.
And like he didn't know that it like finished. Because what's he gonna do? He's not gonna see it on TV. He's not gonna. You know what I mean? He's just still there, dude. I'm winning. I'm gonna finish, and nobody cares.
Oh.
He's just one dude running by himself down the fucking road.
And
He
then-
finishes another month later, and he gets to the finish line, and there's like nobody around. He's like,
wait, did I?
Right.
Did I? But the winner, right, is on his way back to like
Right.
New York, and he passes the dude. He's like, dude.
I already won. Holds the big check out the window. That guy's like, fuck.
Oh, that would suck.
Oh, that sucked.
That's funny though.
Sucked.
All right, it's that time.
It's that time.
Medal of Honor stories.
All right, I'm going to kick us off with Private First Class Emory L. Bennett, U.S. Army, Korea. At approximately 200 hours, so 2 a.m., because my brain doesn't work with the hundreds, even though it's really simple. So at approximately 2 a.m., 2 enemy battalions swarmed up the ridgeline in a furious banzai charge in an attempt to dislodge Private First Class Bennett's company from its defensive position. Meeting the challenge, the gallant defenders delivered destructive retaliation, but the enemy pressed the assault with fanatical determination, and the integrity of the perimeter was imperiled. Okay? So a charge is coming.
Oh, yeah.
And they're failing.
Yep.
Fully aware of the odds against him, Private First Class Bennett unhastily left his foxhole, moved through withering fire, stood within full view of the enemy, and, employing his automatic rifle, poured crippling fire into the ranks of the ensuing assailants, inflicting numerous casualties. So, these guys are literally running at him.
Right.
And he gets up out of his foxhole and is just like,
Yeah.
like, nope, not today.
That's badass.
Yeah. Although wounded, Private First Class Bennett gallantly maintained his one-man defense, and the attack was momentarily halted. During this lull in battle, his company regrouped for a counterattack, but the numerical superior foe soon infiltrated into the position. Upon orders to move back, Private First Class Bennett voluntarily remained to provide covering fire for the withdrawing elements, and, defying the enemy, continued to sweep the charging foes with devastating fire until mortally wounded.
Wow.
So they retreat, his guys go back, get all set up again, and these guys just keep coming, and he's taking them down by himself.
Right.
Everybody left, and he's like, no, I got it.
It's just him.
And he's taking on this whole enemy attack by himself.
Man.
But unfortunately, he was mortally wounded. His willing self-sacrifice and intrepid actions saved the position from being overrun and enabled the company to effect an orderly withdrawal. Private First Class Bennett's unflinching courage and consummate devotion to duty reflect lasting glory on himself and the military service.
Yeah. So
sorry I couldn't read that properly.
But yeah, his one action altered that whole...
Saved hundreds of lives.
Yeah.
Hundreds of lives. Because they would have got wiped out.
Easily.
They would have got wiped out.
Yeah.
And he stopped them all by himself. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. And that, it's not just one or two or three.
No, hundreds.
Hundreds. Of just...
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Man.
Crazy.
Dude, good story. I like it.
Yeah.
Alfred Leonard Wilson, U.S. Army, World War II.
All right, Al.
Yep. He volunteered to assist as an aid man, a company other than his own, which was suffering casualties from constant artillery fire. So he was there to help the wounded.
Yep.
He administered to the wounded and returned to his own company when a shell burst injured a number of its men. While treating his comrades, he was seriously wounded. He refused to evacuate by litter bearers? What the hell is that?
By what?
Litter bearers. I don't know. Sent to relieve him. So basically other people came to help him.
Bearers.
I've never heard of that.
Me neither.
Something new every day. In spite of great pain and loss of blood, he continued to administer first aid until he was too weak to stand. So he was out there injured, and he's just...
Right. He's still taking
helping
care of
people,
everybody else.
Yep. Which is just crazy. Crawling from one patient to another, he continued his work until excessive loss of blood prevented him from moving. He then verbally directed unskilled enlisted men into continuing to the first aid for the wounded. He still refusing assistance for himself, he remained to instruct others in dressing the wounds of his comrades until he was unable to speak above a whisper and finally lapsed into unconsciousness.
Jesus.
The effects of his injuries later caused his death. By steadfastly remaining on the scene with regard of his own safety, Corporal Wilson, through distinguished devotion to duty and personal sacrifice, helped save the lives of at least 25 wounded men.
Dang.
While he was wounded.
Right. Dying. While he was dying.
Yes, yeah.
We had a similar one not too long ago about a medic.
Oh, yeah.
That was also wounded but refused treatment too. That was real similar to that one. And I mean, you talk about putting your duties first.
Yep. And that's what he did.
Saved 25 people.
While dying.
The fact that he, one, was hurt and bleeding and was walking around.
Yeah.
That he couldn't walk. Now he's crawling around.
Still aiding.
Still helping. Then he couldn't even crawl anymore. So now he's directing. And then he could barely even speak, but he's still whispering what to do, and then he falls unconscious.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep.
That's driven purely by willpower right there. Literally.
And to save 25 people, that's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. That's a lot of families that got their loved one back. Yeah. That's a lot of kids that got their dads back.
Yep. But to save them verbally.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Directing unskilled, what do they say? Unskilled.
Yeah. Just
regular dude like us. Yeah. He's telling us. Oh, amazing.
So, yeah.
It's an amazing human being. All these people are.
So those are our Medal of Honor stories. Great stories.
Yep.
And, yeah.
Yeah, and don't forget, guys, you can check out all these history shows, including these amazing, amazing Medal of Honor stories every Monday here on our history show. Check out our live show every Wednesday with an always rotating subject.
Yep.
And then, of course, check out this week we are releasing our first reaction video where we find the world's best, worst, best rap group. I'm not even going to spoil the name on that for you.
Nope.
You'll just have to check out the video.
It is definitely a gem, we'll say.
Okay. We'll go with that.
It's funny.
It's funny.
For sure.
It's definitely funny. It's definitely funny. But anyways, guys, don't forget you can check us out both on Facebook, YouTube, and on all major platforms.
Yep.
And don't forget, lastly, please just hit that sub button for us and share it with how many people?
One friend.
One friend. Share it with one friend.
Very simple.
Very simple.
Easy. That's all we ask.
Easy peasy.
That's it.
But until next time, guys. Cheers.